Hey, this is Derek and welcome to the first module. We're going to go over ad tracking. Why you want to track your ads, what you want to track, some key metrics you want to pay attention to, the types of ad trackers that are available on the market today, and I'm going to introduce you to a capability so you can do your ad tracking for free. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Why ad tracking? Well, you're running a business and businesses advertise. Let's face it, you can have the best product or service in the world, and if nobody knows you're there, you basically got nothing. Right? So you got to get the word out, and you can do that with paid advertising such as pay-per-click or banner ads, paid directories, e-sign ads, things of that nature. And all paid advertising means is there's a cost up front. You got to pay for it up front, right? And then you have free advertising. Free advertising such as bum marketing. Bum marketing is the use of article directories, writing articles and putting them on article directories, using Web 2.0 properties like Squidoo, Facebook, Hub Pages, things of that nature. And driving traffic back, that means you got blog comments where you can go on other people's blogs and leave comments with a link back, and you got forums where you can get involved in the forum and put a signature file in there with a link back, right? And there's many other ways as well. And free advertising simply means there's no upfront cost for the advertising, but there is a cost, and that cost is your time, and your time is worth money, so you're going to want to pay attention to that. Alright, so you go out, you do some pay-per-click, you do some banner ads, some articles, you set up some Web 2.0 properties, you start driving traffic, you start getting a few sales, things are going real well. Well, what's working? How do you know? How do you know what's working for you? The answer is you got to track it. If you're not tracking what you're doing, what marketing is working for you, you're flying blind, right? So you got to track it. It's a must. Well, that comes down to, what do I track? The short answer is track everything. Any of your pay-per-click advertising, your links, article links, Web 2.0 links, website links, blogs, comments, blog comment links, any of it. If there's a link out there bringing traffic back to your landing page or your pre-sale page or your sales page, you want to track it. Some key metrics you're going to want to pay attention to. You're going to want to pay attention to your pay-per-click keywords when you're doing your pay-per-click search advertising. You're going to pay attention to your pay-per-click ads. You're going to know which ad is working for you, right? All of your marketing links, like we discussed previously, you're going to want to pay attention to that and know which links are doing what for you, right? When it comes to pay-per-click, you want to understand what your cost per click is. It's going to be important in making decisions on your ad spend, right? Return on investment. Return on investment is nothing more than, hey, I spent $100 in advertising and I made $200. Well, you made 100% return on your investment. It's an indicator to understand if you're making money or losing money, right? And you want to try and make money. You want to get that return, right? Earnings per click. Well, earning per click is going to come with the pay-per-click, and what that means is you send 100 people to your site and you make $100, right? So your earnings per click is $1. Well, let's say your cost per click is only 50 cents and your ad is in the number 7 position. Well, because you know what your earnings per click is and you got some wiggle room there, you can increase the spend on your cost per click, right? And what this will do is it'll move you up from the 7 position to say the 5, 4, 3 position. It'll bring in more traffic and it'll allow you to make more money, right? You may wonder, well, won't that reduce my return on investment? Well, it may reduce your return on investment some, but it's going to increase your volume. So you're going to make more money. And that's the key, right? You want to grow and expand your business. So paying attention to these things is going to help you make these good business decisions. Conversion rate. Well, conversion rate is either your sales page or the affiliate sales page, and how many people buy per 100 sent, for instance. If you send 100 visitors, targeted visitors to your sales page or your affiliate sales page and you get 2 sales, that's a 2% conversion rate. This is going to help you as you drive more traffic kind of predict what your sales are going to be, what your profits are going to be, what your revenue is going to be. So you can keep track of this stuff, and it'll help you make better business decisions on your ad spend, where to spend it, and where to put your time, right? Click-through rate. Well, click-through rate is in a couple spots. For your pay-per-click, for instance, your ad has 100 impressions and you get 10 clicks. Well, that's a 10% click-through rate, right? You're going to want to understand that because that matters for getting cheaper clicks, reducing your ad spend, right? Or moving you up in position, in ad position. All right, you're also going to pay attention to your click-through rate for things like articles. If you put articles on Ezine articles, you're going to understand what your click-through rate is. If you get 1,000 visits to that article and you get 500 that click through, you're going to want to know that. You want to know how good that article is working for you, right? You want to track that. This is going to help you make better decisions. Do I do more articles? Maybe I need to change the article. Maybe I need to just do another article on the same subject, but be more targeted towards my market. Things of that nature. So understanding your click-through rate is going to help you get more traffic to your landing page, which is either your pre-sale page or your offer page, so you can send it off to the affiliate offer page, right? Depending on what you're doing. And then you have your landing page click-through rate. So especially in affiliate marketing, but you may even do it with your own sales page, where you bring them to a pre-sale page, right? So you have all that traffic, your pay-per-click, your marketing links, all this stuff's coming in. You send them to a landing page, and with that, the landing page click-through rate is much like your article. Hey, I send 1,000 there. I got 800 people either going to my sales page or going to the affiliate offer. It's an 80% click-through rate. I want to pay attention to that. You want to get that as high as possible. Otherwise, it's costing you money. It's costing you time. So that you may want to tweak on your landing page some, or get better targeted traffic, one or the other, so you can get that click-through rate up.